Sydney Sweeney may look like your classic Hollywood bombshell,
I think that the female body is a very powerful thing.
but behind that soft voice and viral curves, she's one of the most determined stars of her generation. From shocking physical transformations to messy breakup rumors and billionaire buzz, here's the real story behind her rise. Let's break it down.
This is finally my dream coming true.
Her soap stunt. Let's start where most stars don't, in the bathtub. While other celebs launch perfumes and makeup lines, Sydney Sweeney took a weirder and way more talked about route. She released a limited edition soap called Sydney's Bathwater, priced at just $12. Cheeky name? Definitely, but here's the kicker. The soap actually included water from the bath used in her photo shoot for the campaign. And the result? It sold out almost instantly. Fans rushed to get their hands on it, and within days, resellers were listing it on eBay for over $250. Online, reactions ranged from shocked and amused to seriously impressed.
Trust me when I tell you, if you buy Sydney Sweeney's bathwater soap, you will never meet Sydney Sweeney.
Sydney's own take? I thought it was funny. Guys need to shower more anyway. But behind the joke was something a lot more calculated. It was her first real flex as a brand builder, knowing exactly how to turn her image into something profitable and memeable. The soap made headlines, but Sydney was just getting started. From bathwater to bustier. Next, she turned her attention to fashion. Just recently, Sydney became the face of American Eagle, and her latest campaign definitely had the internet talking, though maybe not in the way she expected. It kicked off playfully with the tagline, "Sydney Sweeney has great genes," a pun on jeans, paired with close-ups of her blue eyes and signature blonde waves.
My jeans are blue.
But some critics didn't find it so clever. They slammed the ad as tone-deaf, accused it of celebrating whiteness, and even labeled the actress racist.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Interestingly, while the backlash was loud, so were the sales. Her limited edition jeans sold out fast, and American Eagle's stock price jumped. In early 2025, she began quietly working on her own lingerie line. No official announcement, no press blitz, until her name appeared on a very unexpected guest list. Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez's ultra-exclusive wedding in Italy. Naturally, eyebrows were raised. Why was Sydney Sweeney invited to one of the most elite tech events of the decade? And then, Megyn Kelly added fuel to the fire with a controversial comment.
It's Sydney Sweeney, the new toast of the town out there because she's got these enormous breasts that everybody's obsessed with. How does she wind up there?
Now we know the real reason. Sydney's brand is backed by Ben Schwerin, a tech investor tied to the powerhouse firm Coatue. That same firm just received a $1 billion boost from none other than Jeff Bezos and Michael Dell. So no, Bezos didn't invest in Sydney directly, but his money is helping fund the company supporting her. And there's more. Lauren Sanchez, Jeff Bezos' now wife, has become a sort of mentor and supporter for an actress. Sources say she's been encouraging Sydney's career and business moves behind the scenes. That wedding invite suddenly makes a lot more sense. And that connection may also explain one of the hottest rumors in Hollywood right now. Amazon, Bezos' company, now owns the James Bond franchise. And according to insiders, Sydney is the top contender to be the next Bond girl. Handpicked by director Denis Villeneuve. They're said to be friends, and Denis reportedly admires her talent, athleticism, and meteoric rise. But, actually, Sydney planned this, all of it. Not just luck. She wasn't an overnight sensation. Sydney was a girl with a strategy. Growing up in Spokane, Washington, far from the glitz of Hollywood, she decided she wanted to be an actress, but she knew it wouldn't happen without a plan. So she built one.
When I was 12 years old, I was like 12 or 13, I created a 5-year business plan presentation of what could happen if they let me start auditioning for movies.
Sydney pitched it to her parents to get their support. Her goal? To prove she wasn't just playing make-believe, but pursuing something serious and sustainable. Her parents were so impressed, they agreed to give her a shot.
I was a little girl with a big imagination.
Soon, the family was making 1,200-mile round trips to LA, staying in cheap motels and chasing every audition they could find. first, she landed small roles on shows like Grey's Anatomy, Criminal Minds, The Handmaid's Tale, and Sharp Objects.
I just watched a lot of how actors were respecting the crew, and I just hoped that I could do that one day.
Bit by bit, Sydney was building her resume and learning the ropes of the industry. But success wasn't instant.
Oh gosh, I auditioned for everything you could imagine. I was auditioning since I was like 12 years old, so anything, Modern Family, all of it. It was a little harder than I imagined.
Then came 2019, Euphoria, and the role that changed everything, Cassie Howard. Sydney took on the part of an emotionally fragile, overly sexualized, and desperately romantic teen who spirals further out of control each season.
Cassie is crazy.
But that's the Cassie we love.
Her character delivered one of the most memeable breakdowns in recent TV history. And now, after long delays and rumors, Season 3 of Euphoria is officially in development, with Sydney set to return. The show made her a breakout star, but that fame came with a price. Under the microscope, every detail of Sweeney's appearance was suddenly up for discussion.
I've definitely struggled with a lot of body dysmorphia and been self-conscious.
Her face, her wardrobe, and especially her chest became trending topics on social media and tabloid headlines. But Sydney didn't shy away from the spotlight. I have big boobs. What am I going to do? Hide them. However, growing up, she often wished her appearance was something else entirely.
I definitely dealt with worrying that showing off my assets. I had boobs in middle school, and I got horribly bullied for it because no one else had gone through puberty, and so I hated my body.
At one point, she seriously considered breast reduction surgery until her mom talked her out of it. Today, the star is grateful she embraced her natural frame.
I want to show girls that it's amazing and beautiful and empowering to have the bodies that we have.
Sydney made it clear, she's not here to be anyone's fantasy, she's here to work. And in 2025, she proved it in the most dramatic way yet. The actress took on the role of Christy Martin, the real-life boxing legend, completely transforming her body. She gained 30 pounds of muscle in just 3 months.
Weight trained in the morning for an hour, kickboxed midday for about 2 hours, and then weight trained again at night for an hour every day.
She went from a size 23 to 27 in jeans, and all her curves, especially her chest and glutes, became more pronounced. Sydney fully immersed herself in the role, physically, emotionally, and mentally.
My boobs got bigger. And my butt got huge. It was crazy. I was like, oh my God.
But not everyone was kind again. This time, some critics labeled her transformation as too much, or suggested she even used steroids. And Sydney wasn't silent. She reposted body-shaming comments alongside gym footage and training montages, calling out the conversation as outright misogyny. She also highlighted the double standards, how male actors are praised for transforming their bodies for roles, while women face criticism or are hypersexualized for doing the same. Remarkably, just 7 weeks after finishing the boxing film, she was back on set as Cassie for Euphoria Season 3. Director David Michaud later said, "I was stunned by the change in her appearance. Sydney was happiest when she was in the ring, punching and being punched. It was shocking to see her being so glamorous. She mastered her image and completely transformed her body for the role. And now, people are finally realizing it's not just about how she looks, but what she's truly capable of." But when it comes to Sweeney's personal life, that's where things get a little less controlled. The Glen Powell effect. She's strategic when it comes to business, calculated on camera. But in her love life,
You try to find a balance of still having that personal life.
for years, Sydney was engaged to Chicago-based businessman and restaurateur Jonathan Davino. Quiet, older, and private, he wasn't part of the Hollywood scene. But behind the scenes, he was deeply involved in her career. Together, they co-produced her hit show Reality, and Davino was instrumental in shaping her production company, 50/50 Films.
I've been learning so much on the producing side, and it's been really cool being able to build the world at more of a collaborative rate.
But in early 2025, they called it quits, with no Instagram posts, no statements, just over. Why? Insiders told that Sydney had started to feel suffocated. "I'm learning a lot about myself, spending more time with my friends, and I'm loving it." Even after the breakup, things remained respectful. The ex-couple was spotted sharing casual lunches and walking their dog together. Shortly after her engagement ended, Sydney began spending time with her Anyone But You co-star, Glenn Powell.
Sydney is very easy to pretend fall in love with.
From the very start, their promo tour was packed with flirty interviews and inside jokes, just enough to spark millions of TikToks and fan edits. Fans were convinced they were dating, and Glenn's then-girlfriend, Gigi Paris, even unfollowed Sydney, eventually breaking up with him.
I had two options. I could either pretend like I was going along with everything and have everyone wonder, like, are they hooking up? Or stand up for myself and say, no, I'm actually not okay with this.
According to Page 6, those Glenn rumors did play a role in Sydney's split with Davino. They were already on different pages, but the Glenn stuff made things worse. He, Davino, didn't like the attention or the speculation. After that, Sydney and Glenn were seen together at Powell's sister's wedding rehearsal dinner in Dallas. No official romance confirmed, just plenty of public curiosity.
And I honestly hoped that they'd end up together.
And just when you thought things had cooled down, Bezos' wedding in Venice saw Sydney dancing with Tom Brady until 2 a.m. Then, the very next day, she was spotted strolling through the canals with Orlando Bloom. Today, Sydney is definitely enjoying her newfound freedom, celebrating single life with friends, self-discovery, and of course, a booming career. This year alone, she's leading or appearing in at least 7 new projects. In August, we'll see her in Ron Howard's Eden, a survival thriller filmed in Australia. And that's just the beginning. From horror hits to romantic comedies, Sydney's proving she can do it all. At 27, her plan looks like it worked.
There's always more for me to chase and to achieve. So I may hit some goals, but I always set new ones and higher ones.
What do you think? Will Sydney keep climbing the Hollywood ladder on her own terms? And will she finally land that Bond role or surprise us with something even bigger? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more.